Many have been shocked by the honeymoon location chosen by Jeremiah and Hannah Duggar. Fans recently got a sneak peek at the location while spending time together. How do you feel about the place where Jeremiah and Hannah are going on vacation? In any case, where are they heading? Last month, Jeremiah and Hannah tied the knot in a ceremony held in Nebraska. Before being married, they are now on a honeymoon. On Wednesday, April 20th, Jeremiah and Hannah Duggar posted a picture from their honeymoon shortly after being married. In front of the couple is the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. In her post, Hannah states that they are in the Bahamas. Jeremiah wore khakis and a button-down shirt, while Hannah chose a light white frock. What a lovely location for a honeymoon, Hannah cried out in response to a fan's remark. Reddit users who are Duggar trolls are questioning Jeremiah and Hannah's decision to travel to the Bahamas. Given the Duggars' stance on the subject, it's probable that many people will be dressed in swimwear. In addition, it gets rather hot there, so most people are probably wearing summer clothing to stay cool. Furthermore, it contradicts the humility principles of the Duggar family. There, you might be surprised to see the Duggars on vacation. You might recall that if the Duggars saw someone dressed inappropriately, they would use the code word Nike to warn their siblings not to look foolish in public. One Reddit user added, "Hope she sported a modest swimsuit," seemingly in an attempt to make fun of Jeremiah and Hannah Duggar. It seems like a Bahamian resort would be more than happy to murder a fundy man, another individual states. Now because bikini-clad women are so common, he's always had to glance down at his shoes whenever a woman with even a hint of cleavage passed him. What should he do? One more sarcastic Duggar remarks, "I've been to this resort before. It's more or less a giant water park. There's so much fraud going on. A resort with a beach and pool is the last place I would have imagined a Duggar would go on vacation." Nike, Nike, yells another, identical voice. The Duggar family has long been one of the most well-known conservative Christian families in the U.S. As they progress through the phases of life, from courtships to marriages and family customs, many people worldwide have watched, studied, and adored them. No other Duggar couple has captivated the public as much as Jeremiah Duggar and Hannah Wisman. Since the pair announced their engagement, their followers have been keeping up with them at every turn. From wedding planning to their elegant, subtle social media posts, their fans meticulously scrutinized every aspect of their lives. Fans of the Duggar family were shocked and intrigued by their choice of honeymoon destination, but nothing could have prepared them for the news. The lifetime wedding begins. Jeremiah and Hannah's wedding was a lovely affair. The ceremony, which was held in a peaceful chapel in the country, was exquisite, subtle, and filled with special family moments. It was the ideal embodiment of the Duggar brand. In their sincere vows, the couple pledged to appreciate each other, their faith, and their families through life's ups and downs. This wedding was regarded by many Duggar fans as the most beautiful in recent memory. As the ceremony drew to an end, word spread online about how joyful it was to be the newlyweds' departure for their honeymoon. Who would go with them? A calm retreat on the beach? A hotel with 5 stars? Or perhaps a more traditional scene appropriate for the Duggars? An unexpected choice. The response was surprisingly unexpected and unusual. Fans of the Duggar family were shocked to learn that Jeremiah and Hannah's most unusual honeymoon destination was an eco-adventure tour of Iceland. On social media, many fans expressed their opinions. Many were taken aback, intrigued, and even incredulous. The Duggar family frequently chooses resorts, chalets, or religious retreats for their secure, family-friendly getaways. Iceland, on the other hand, offered a bold and daring alternative with its breathtaking geysers, volcanic landscape, and rugged terrain. Why is Iceland so unique? Those close to Hannah and Jeremiah believed that they were seeking an adventure that would challenge them, deepen their relationship, and expose them to the world in a way that no previous Duggar marriage has. Supporters' reaction. There was constant conjecture on the news on social media sites including YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Others wrote things like, "Iceland? What an unexpected decision for the honeymoon of the Duggars. This is really insane. They are abandoning the traditional Duggar mode of transportation. I love how adventurous Hannah and Jeremiah are. Some, however, express moderate criticism. Is it even appropriate for newlyweds to do this? Extremely dangerous. Here I was thinking the Duggars would opt for low-key, secure vacations. A number of fan pages trended hashtags associated with the continuing argument, such as #Jeremiah and Hannah, #Duggar honeymoon, and #Iceland adventure. An Icelandic adventure. So what made their honeymoon so special? According to travel blogs and insider reports, Jeremiah and Hannah were not content to simply unwind in five-star hotels. Instead, they agreed to a program full of thrilling excursions and stunning scenery. As the couple explored volcanic landscapes and ventured close to active geothermal hotspots, they were astounded by the utter might of nature. Seeing Iceland's unadulterated and untamed beauty was a fantastic way for a couple who were brought up in conventional environments to connect. Views of the northern lights at night, possibly the most magical part of their journey. The lovers saw the aurora borealis spread a rainbow of dreamy colors across the sky. They reportedly pondered their wedding vows and the future while sitting peacefully beneath blankets. Iceland's glacial lakes and waterfalls made for the ideal background for any honeymoon. The two reportedly gazed at stunning waterfalls and had private boat trips of serene glacial lakes. Jeremiah and Hannah looked into local food and culture since they wanted to do more than just enjoy the scenery. They sampled local food, visited quaint towns, and engaged in traditional Icelandic pursuits like fishing and artisanal craft making. Fans of the Duggar family observed a different side of the family from a distance, one that was more daring, impetuous, and open to experiences that were not typical. The unsettling elements of this choice. The Duggar family frequently experiences shock when they defy expectations. More than just a change of scenery, Jeremiah and Hannah's trip to Iceland signified a shift in ideals and viewpoint. Not following the rules, this choice showed a preference for real, authentic experiences over photo-op vacations, even though most Duggar couples choose safe, comfortable settings for their honeymoon. Adventure and danger. Iceland is beautiful, but it can also catch you off guard. The terrain may be challenging, the weather might change abruptly, and outdoor sports are dangerous by nature. By taking this risk together, they were demonstrating their maturity and mutual trust. Jeremiah and Hannah put connection above traditional values like riches and beauty by choosing an expedition that required daring and teamwork. Their honeymoon was about memories more than photo ops. The most recent social media trends. Fans continued to engage with the couple as they shared glimpses of their Icelandic trip on social media. A film of them hiking past scorching vents caught their adventurous and vivacious personality and was well received. A picture captured under the northern lights garnered thousands of likes, with comments complimenting the lovely and ethereal scene. Even after seeing simply images of Icelandic pastries or rural streets, there was much discussion about whether or not Duggar couples should travel outside of their comfort zones. Influencers and Duggar fan pages jumped right onto the subject, making timelines of the honeymoon and contrasting it with previous Duggar trips. The narrative claims that Jeremiah and Hannah altered the rules for Duggar honeymoons. Stephen's identity and his family's perception. The family wasn't always in agreement, but everyone was talking about the honeymoon. Michelle and Jim Bob were on board, but some Duggar family members were skeptical, according to sources. Hannah's brother-in-law, Stephen, made fun of the situation by saying that the pair was brave, although insane, according to an informant. This is Iceland. This resort in Florida is not a spa. Nevertheless, the choice showed Jeremiah and Hannah's independence as a couple and communicated to their supporters and family that their marriage was about making their own choices rather than following others. What the Duggars' wedding can teach us. What does this unusual honeymoon reveal about the Duggars to the inquisitive public? Even the most traditional families can be adaptable and create their own special path when couples reimagine long-standing traditions. Prepare yourself for a thrilling journey that will strengthen your bonds. When we overcome obstacles together, whether scaling a volcano or navigating ice falls, our bonds are reinforced. Authenticity wins out over perfection. Jeremiah and Hannah demonstrated that personal growth and the importance of shared experiences are more important than meticulously manufactured perfection. Final thoughts. A memorable honeymoon. For Jeremiah and Hannah Duggar, a honeymoon to Iceland was a statement more than just a trip. Many admirers were won over by the couple's courage, curiosity, and willingness to live life beyond the norm, despite their initial shock. The core of the story lies in how it portrays a young couple starting a new chapter in their lives, boldly stepping into unknown areas, developing trust, and creating lifelong memories.